sky is blue. Bright, deep, rich blue you only really get on the most vibrant of summer days. And the city is gleaming. It's pure. Cobblestones are a bright, shining white marble. Statues line the sides in great heroic poses, but as the camera moves on, a faint sound of screaming is heard. And eventually the city becomes less pure. Buildings are burning. Smoke fills the air. Carts crash along the side. Storefronts are broken open. And people are running. A small cadre of soldiers, legionnaires, run down the streets, all of them wearing strange, copperish bronze armor dotted with small crystals, holding appear to be rifles of some kind. They all stack up against a wall. Where the hell's the commander? What's going on here? I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this. Oh God. Calm down. Calm down. We need to find the commander. We need to reach the rally point quickly. The situation's incredibly unstable. We are running out of time. Let's move. Figures trying to run down a street. They can make it down a few blocks before suddenly a strange, garbled scream is heard. From one of the ruined storefronts, a door bursts open and a man appears, but it's not quite a man. Strange black ichor streams out of cuts in his body, out of his eyes, out of his nose, out of his mouth. It gurgles. It lunges itself at the closest soldier, the mindless ferocity, beating him about the head, trying to rip his armor off. The soldiers all panic and scatter before suddenly the same young man before took charge. Damn it! He raises his rifle to aim, but it's too close, and he moves forward and clubs the creature at one end. Get off of here! Its head kind of bursts open, more of the black ichor spilling on the ground. Tertius! Tertius, wake up! We need to keep going. Marcus, God, he's dead. They killed him. God, just ripped him apart. God damn it. We need to find Commander Valerius. God. Last we heard, he's heading to the Forum. If we're lucky, we'll meet him there. Come on, let's go. Soldiers continue making their way through the city. And sounds of fighting grow denser and closer. The closer they get to the Forum. What happened here? What happened to this city? Why are we going to the Forum? It's just getting worse. Quintus, quiet. Marcus kind of stops. You lived here, right? Yes, sir. Just down a couple blocks, that way. God, I didn't... What happened? I don't know. Otherwise, you would know best where the Forum is. Yeah, it's... If we cut down this alley, should be able to make it there relatively soon. But it sounds like it's getting worse the closer we get. Maybe we should turn back to the fallback point. No, we're not leaving the commander behind. Not leaving anybody behind if we can manage it. Come on, through the alley. Double time it. And as they move through the city, things are clearly getting worse. Stopped multiple times at ambushes by the strange creatures. Some of them clearly becoming far less human, like black ichor shaping itself into bizarre new appendages. Some of them with extra mouths in places mouths shouldn't be. All of the orifices dripping this strange fluid, and the city itself is changing. It's as if this liquid is alive. Some of the buildings are covered in it, forming strange spikes, and Quintus stops as he looks something in the corner of his eye. He thinks he sees an eyeball growing out of the side of the building, but as he turns to look at it, it's gone. What the hell? What the hell? Forum should be just up there, Marcus says, taking a moment to regain his composure. Everybody okay? We didn't lose anybody else, did we? All right. Just then, a light is seen. A blue flare shoots out from the side of the forum. That's it. That's the commander's sign. Come on. Men run, sprinting across his last few city streets, choked of bodies and ichor and wreckage. Make their way to a large forum area. It's wide open, colonnade, kind of half collapsed in on itself. And they can see what looks to appear to be the largest horde of these creatures they've seen yet. Civilians, soldiers, men, women, children, even a few pets mixed amongst their horde, screaming and throwing themselves at a makeshift barricade, behind which a large number of uninfected civilians and soldiers make their stand. And they can see at the top of the barricade, wearing a cape of deep blue color, iron gray hair, and a pistol in one hand, taking out creatures of well-placed shots. Commander Valerius stands. All right, we need to get behind that barricade somehow. Hold on. Marcus kind of takes the pack from one of his soldiers. Don't mind me. Reaches in, takes out a flare gun and shoots out a red flare. Valerius kind of looks up, notices, makes a gesture and points, and a number of soldiers that have been taking pot shots kind of turn and, all right, you should be getting cover fire. Sprint. Run for it. We won't have time to pick up anybody who falls. The men dash for it. It only took about 30 seconds or so to reach the other end of the plaza, but it felt like an eternity running of gunfire, of creatures nipping at their heels, explosions of blood and this strange black fluid. For as suddenly as it started, it was over. And being hoisted over the side of the barricade, except for poor Quintus in the very back. Suddenly a creature with a long black blade where an arm should have been spears him right in the back. Ah! Oh! Quintus screams as the creature kind of drags him down. No! Marcus runs over and kind of grabs his hand. Hold on! We're not... Kind of attempts to pull him back, but he's suddenly overbalanced and almost falls over the barricade himself as the creature drags Quintus down and more of them pile on. Damn it! Beats his hand against the side of the rampart. Valerius walks over. Good. Marcus, here. We need you right now. We're preparing to evacuate the civilians to the secondary fallback point outside of the city. But we need some men to stay behind. Marcus looks up. I'll do it. Valerius shakes his head. No. No, Marcus. You're leading the civilians. Me and my detachment are staying behind. It's my duty to the Empire. This line must not break. I'm counting on you. Get the civilians out of here. We'll hold them off as long as we can. Valerius strides back to where he stood before. Marcus stands up. Very well, men, says, gesturing to the few men left in his command. Start gathering the civilians. Secondary fallback point. It's 1 mile outside of the city. Southeast. We'll make it. It's an old tree growing. An ancient oak growing in a clearing of a forest. Kind of impromptu refugee camp has sprung up around the old oak. Tents, civilians, a few scattered soldiers. Marcus stands at the edge of the clearing. It's already well into sunset. Soldier walks up behind him. I don't think Valerius is coming back, Marcus. We should pack up and move on. Marcus stares for a few more seconds. We'll have to abandon the island. Get reinforcements from the mainland. We have to blow the whole place. We can't figure out what's causing this. Looks back at the city again. Come on, man. Gestures and walks back to the camp.